So this is game 2 of Eon Zerg versus GM. GM being the green. What is it? Is it green or brown? I'm gonna go with brown. GM is the brown Zerg who's down 1-0, and Eon Zerg is the purple Zerg in the bottom position. The map is match point, kind of an old school map. Very interesting map. I mean, the map in ZVZ, I'm not quite sure if the map is that important. Well, I mean, Matchpoint is quite nice as a map in ZVZ, I think, personally, because it allows you to hide small groups of links very well, I think, because the map is really has quite some nice spots to hide units. So backstabbing is pretty common and quite easy on this map, I personally think. You can hide links up here, you can hide them behind the third, at the middle only. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good map to go for the link backstab play. 11 pool for Eon Zerg, and is it going to be 12 hatch? Yeah, it's a 12 hatch from GM. So GM going for the 12 hatch, Eon Zerg going for the 11 pool, 10 gas. So this time GM opting for the more economic play than his opponent, so he will be on the back foot for the beginning of the game. Eon Zerg is going to get fast Zergling speed, and he's also taking the expansion, so it's was like 12 pool, 11 gas, 10 hatchery build, I guess. I'm not the ZVZ expert, of course. And is Eon Zerg? No, he's going for the speed. For a second I just thought he'd go there before speed, but obviously he isn't. So slightly faster hatchery for GM, and slightly faster Zergling speed. Oh, GM is actually going for lair before Zergling speed. Lair before speed for GM, and speed before lair for Eon Zerg. So Eon Zerg is going to be on the offensive, and GM will have to defend. Let's see if he's able to make it happen with slow Zerglings against speedlings. Speed should be almost done, and GM should be careful. He shouldn't move out too far, because Eon Zerg might be able to sneak in some links then, and speedlings are just a pain to deal with, and GM's actually moving out quite aggressively. I mean, I think he should have. Yeah, there's the Overlord in Eon Zerg's main, so he knows exactly what's going on. And lair is done for GM, so doesn't have that much of attack advantage. Spire is in production for GM, and Eon Zerg has put down a sunken colony, so he's opted to produce slightly less Zerglings, and the fight's happening now. GM fight is quite even. GM might even take it. Yeah, he's gonna take it with 6 links left over, and is he? Nope. Eon Zerg has reinforcements in the back, almost kind of baiting GM to attack. And GM's going in, opting not going for the run by, and he's going to get destroyed by the sunken colony. How far is the tech advance for Ian GM has a slightly faster Spire. Are those? No, those are speedlings. Still, not a single probe drone being produced by both players. Both players just massing up on the links. Spire is done now for GM, and the first Mutalisk is in production, and GM is... nope. I thought he was going for the runway, but he's going for the flank, going for the pincer attack from both sides. And Ion is forced to pull back, and he builds another creep colony, and that is... so he must feel really... he's really not confident against those circling numbers of GM. So, but he doesn't morph it into sunken colony, so he's just put it down as in advance, just to be sure. GM killing a Zergling, maybe he needed the supply? I don't know, maybe it was just a misclick. GM is gonna camp the X, but there's only an Overlord going to spawn, and there's a big attack coming in from Ion GM doesn't have any sunken colonies, and Ion just has a ton of links, and he's going to easily overwhelm GM's forces, and GM might be in quite some trouble because Ion has split his forces. There are some links in the main and some links in the natural. GM has been paying attention though, so he's been stacking his drone and only loses one. I think he only lost one drone, so he's really been lucky surviving this attack quite without taking that many losses. So Ion kind of wasting some links here, but he's hidden some links in the back or in the bottom of the map, and he's probably going to go for the backstab once Ion once GM decides to move in, and the mutas are out of position, so Ion is going to send in the Zerglings. But luckily for GM, he has been producing reinforcements in advance, so he was aware of the possibility of a backstab attack by Ion And did he lose more drones than I thought he did? Because he's only got 4 guys on minerals, whereas Ion has like double the amount of drones mining. This might actually be a problem for GM here. So the circling attack was way more effective than I saw, or than I thought it had been. Well, it's pretty. So I think I missed some drone kills there, and GM is moving in with his Mutalisks. Loses one right away, tries to go for the flank with the Scourge. Very nice micro from Ion I think he got all the Scourge, and he's basically giving chase to GM's Mutalisks now. He seems to have the greater amount of Mutalisks, and gets 2 Mutalisks. Wow, gets a 3rd one. Ooh, takes a hit, and GM was trying to go in with some Zerglings, while Ion Mutalisks were busy chasing, giving chase. But GM has lost most of his air force, and Ion Mutalisks still still seem to be in quite a good shape, and GM GG's. Ion takes it 2-0 over GM in a round of 16 of the Fun.IU Tour number 49.